Duelspell is a tabletop head-to-head card game for 2 players. It consists of 28 helper cards, 28 spell cards, and 9 duel area cards, and includes 2 plastic wizards representing both players. The helper cards run from A to G, and the spell cards run from H to N. There are 4 of each helper card and 4 of each spell card. The 4 colours represent the 4 seasons. When dueling with the helper cards, A is the lowest ranking helper and G is the highest ranking. Likewise, when dueling with the spell cards, H is the lowest ranking spell and N is the highest ranking. The N Nitro card is the most powerful card in the game, since it is used to act as any other spell. To start the game, the duel area cards are first laid down, and both players place their wizard on the first card of their duel area. The helper and spell cards are separated into 2 separate decks, are thoroughly shuffled, and then 4 helper and 4 spell cards are dealt face down to both players. Duelspell is played in a unique duel formation. In the first row, both players must place 1 spell card of their choice. In the second row, both players must place only a pair of helper cards. In the third row, both players may place a run of 3 spell cards in alphabetical order, or 3 of a kind spell cards. In row 4, both players may place down a run of 4 helper cards in alphabetical order, or 4 of a kind helper cards. During play, both players will be drawing cards from the top of the helper and spell deck of cards, and discarding the same amount of cards they draw. In Duelspell, helpers only ever fight helpers, and spells only fight spells. Hence the need for the duel formation and the separate rows. Each row of the duel formation is only revealed after the next row is completed. So, for example, row 1 with the single spell card is only revealed after both players have placed down their choice of 2 helper cards in the second row, and the second row is only revealed after both players have placed down their 3 spell cards in their third row, and so on. Whilst picking up and discarding cards, both players will be drafting cards to create the strongest runs possible to place down in each row, because for each row a player wins, their opponent's wizard is moved inward 1 step towards the deadly center vortex. The game uses hand management and forward planning in order to create the strongest runs and sets of cards possible. This is an example of a full duel, and the cards used by both players in each row of their formation. In row 1, both players have placed down the same life spell card. Since this is a draw, both players must move their wizard 1 step inwards towards the deadly vortex. In row 2, the blue player wins with their pair of elf helper cards, beating the red player's lower ranking pair of dwarf helper cards, because alphabetically the letter E is higher ranking. Since the red player lost, they must move their wizard 1 step towards the vortex. In row 3, both players have placed down the same run of Hex, Invisible and Jump spell cards in alphabetical order. However, since the blue player used the special Nitro card, to act as their jump spell, the red player loses and must move their wizard one step towards the vortex. And because the blue player won using the Nitro card, they can move their wizard one step away from the vortex. Lastly, in row 4, both players have once again used the same run of Dwarf, Elf, Fenrir and Giant Helper cards in alphabetical order. However, because the blue player's run of helpers are all of the same colour, the red player loses and must move their wizard onto the deadly vortex, and therefore loses the duel. For a free low-ink version of the full rules, you can download a print-ready PDF file from the Duelspell Game Crafter page or from the official Duelspell Facebook page.